We are live on YouTube, I believe so. Uh, with that being said, this is new territory for us. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and send a chat to see if people can join the YouTube, um, and let's get into it. Sorry, let me just send this out. Anyways, we got a lot ahead of us today. Okay, we're bringing in. Sorry, Ryan's not with us. He had some things to attend to, but it doesn't stop us. We're trying out new things every week. We hate editing. We're going straight to live. All right, we're gonna see if this is a possibility in the future, and I think this will turn out pretty good. Anyways, we got a lot ahead of us. Great notes, great doc that Ryan could help us fill out. Too bad he's not here, but of course it's Overreaction Tuesday. It's Jack Mitchell Tuesday. Now this is the man who others said couldn't beat the mafiosos. They said the Turtles are overrated, but he came in, he took one to the chin on Saturday when DJ came out of that with 20. Mike Davis only had 7 or 8. He said, who cares? Calvin Ridley, it's your birthday. We're crowning you birthday king. Huge game for Calvin Ridley. Huge game for the Turtles. They are 9 points up on the mafiosos going into week 2. We're going to bring him in here. And as he's coming in, I will say that I am looking forward to the second half of this matchup that you have going. Jack, how you doing, buddy?
Good, man. How are you?
Did you look at it on YouTube? Is it live? Was it
I could not see. I see
okay.
the I see the live.
Yeah, I do too. Okay, hold on. As we're talking, Jack, here's what I'm gonna go check. I
hmm
want you to give your take on the Jets winning. Why do you think that's good for the Jets? Do you think that was just
So
idiotic of them to win?
I saw a meme of the Jets winning that game, and then I believe it was Thanos, and it was something about the price of that victory, and they lost everything, and it was a picture of Trevor Lawrence fading away, and I was like, man, That's that was pretty accurate. They might have lost their future there if that dude can ball out.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Trevor Lawrence does go to the Jags now. You'd have some weapons.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. So now you're looking at Chark Chenault, Colin Johnson. They're all looking tastier. I mean, like, whereas Mims, like, great prospect, but now what do you got to do? Tank. His price
Who
tanks.
has Sam Darnold in our league? I believe it's the Swines.
Yeah, it's the Swines.
Yeah, bummy ass quarterback. Just terrible, terrible quarterback. Joe
Okay.
Flacco's better. He's more elite.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, it is indeed live. I confirmed it.
Nice, nice.
I like your glasses, by the way, buddy.
Thank you. They're blue light.
They're really nice. So, anyways, if you're joining us, I'm not sure if anybody's going to be joining us, but if you are, there's a chat feature. Go ahead and send your chats if you want to. I'll be looking through those, see if anything we want to talk about. If not, we will not talk about them. Okay. So usually Ryan's in here. He's got pretty good intro segments, but too bad he couldn't be here this morning. Didn't work out for him. He had a friend come into town, and they got there in like the morning at 4 or 5, so he had to end up sleeping in. So we're just gonna get right into this. Some of last week's overreactions. We'll start at Twitter, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And Jack, I saw that your team put out an overreaction.
Mm-hmm.
Calvin Ridley and Opportunity are good at football.
Yeah, yeah, that is very true.
Care to? Oh, there's Calvin Ridley. Okay, that I didn't quite understand who Calvin Ridley is. Thank you for clarifying.
I just wanted to make sure
Yeah,
you knew
okay.
who he was.
Would you you want to explain to the audience why Calvin Ridley is so good? Do you have any inside information that we don't?
Yeah. So honestly, it all comes down to Nick Saban. Nick Saban really pushed this guy to be the absolute best, and Matt Ryan sucks. Matt Ryan is terrible. The Falcons need to get a new quarterback in there, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, Ridley made Matt Ryan look good.
Mhm.
Like he literally did. How many yards was it? Here, let's see.
163, I believe.
163 yards and a touchdown. He had the opportunity to score another touchdown, but Matt Ryan couldn't get the ball high enough and threw it right at the
Yeah.
defender. But it's honestly unbelievable. I've always believed in Ridley. I thought he was better than DJ Moore, and it's starting to look that way. And if
Definitely
Julio
is.
decides to retire soon, which love Julio, one of the best of all time, but I'm pretty open to him retiring and then Ridley taking that number one wide receiver spot.
Speaking of Ridley without Julio, so in the 5 games this season he's played without Julio, week 3 he had 5 catches for 110 and no touchdowns. Week 5 he had 8 catches for 136 yards. Week 12 he had 6 for 50 and a touchdown. Week 14, 8 for 124 and a touchdown. And week 15, 10 for 163 and a touchdown.
Yeah.
So as the alpha on that team, he is succeeding and succeeding well. So that's not really an overreaction to say that Calvin Ridley is good. All right.
Mm.
Now a lot of people would say to the second part of your thing, David Montgomery is a plotter and he is slow. He's garbage. A lot of people would say that, but so David Montgomery this season is the first running back with 4 straight games of 24 and a half points minimum in a row.
Hmm.
So, it's not that he's bad. That could just be his opponents. He's played very soft opponents these last 4 weeks, but it's not stopping next week. He's playing another really soft opponent anyways. So, I mean, he could go for another 25. Who knows?
Mhm. And I they do not have a quarterback. The Bears do not have a quarterback. They're really relying on their running game right now. And
Yeah.
Opportunity is finally emerging as that guy.
Mm.
I mean, it's about time. The mafiosos have had him this since the beginning. They've been praying for this situation to finally happen, and it is just in time for him.
Yeah, just in
So
time.
it was truly crazy. I'm just glad Ridley decided to ball out as usual because there'd be another ball game.
Now, Jack, I will just a quick question before I move on into a next insight and analytic that I created and nobody else did. Definitely did not get this from somebody else. It is all mine. Okay. Anyways, the question I have is, were you sweating as last night as Deontay Johnson was getting catch after catch on slant routes?
So I watched the game the first quarter, and I
Dude, Big Ben sucked.
saw that he was 0 for 4 in the first quarter,
Yeah.
and I was feeling pretty confident.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm about to be up 20 points. And then all of a sudden, he just breaks out for that touchdown, starts catching all these balls. And then he got hurt one play, like
Yeah.
walked off, and I was like, thank God. I mean, I want him to stay healthy, but like, holy cow, this guy's
Yeah.
gonna give me a run for my money. And man, he really balled out. I
Mhm.
was honestly shocked. But Juju got rocked as he should have.
Dude,
I despise the Steelers, and it made me really happy that that TikTok boy got lit up like
come on, man. Let the boy dance.
no, no, screw that guy. The
Yeah.
Bengals 2-10-1.
Yeah.
They beat the Steelers. I mean, looking good. But what does that mean for the Chiefs now?
Nothing. It changes
Nothing.
nothing. They
Okay.
still have to win.
Okay, good. I was curious. I was like, so what does that mean for
No,
Kelsey
it's
and all?
because the Bills can still get it if they win out and the Chiefs lose and some other things happen.
That makes sense. But
So
yeah, I was like, you might stick Herbert in there. I'm a little nervous about Herbert. Herbert's kind of nasty.
Yeah, but the thing is looking at the matchup, part of the reason mafiosos are playing Mahomes is because of the Kelsey stack, and also a big underlying factor is to slight the points from Tyreek Hill.
Hmm.
Because if Mahomes didn't end up playing, all of Tyreek Hill's points come at the cost of nothing, and it's just free, So
Exactly.
Mahomes at least cuts off some of that value. Anyways, we'll get into some of those questions later, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Mhm.
I had one that I was gonna. Oh yeah, congrats, Jack Mitchell. Congrats on your guy. You love him a lot. Justin Jefferson broke Moss's receptions record by a Vikings rookie wide receiver. Congrats. There he is. Get
Yeah,
out the way. Let's see the man do the little gritty.
yeah. I mean, I expected it.
Hmm, hmm.
He's the goat. He is truly remarkable young man. And did you see the video of him yelling at Kirk?
Yes, he said throw the damn ball, Kirk, or something like that.
Throw the effing
Yeah,
ball,
throw the
Kirk.
fucking ball, Kirk.
Yeah. Love that energy, that fire from him. This is precisely what the Turtles like preach in the locker room, and he's taking it to heart. He's yelling at his teammate Kirk, not only a part of the Frogs organization, but with the Vikings, and he's just, come on, Kirk, you got to do something.
Yeah.
Quit throwing it to Thielen. Oh my gosh.
Dude, he threw it to Theon 3 times.
But one of them was in the end zone. Could have been JJ.
Yeah, there was actually one of them. There was another one that he was supposed to come on an under route. I remember watching it. It was like an under route, and he got caught up on part of the other somebody on his team, and he could have had another touchdown, which would not have been
And
great.
then the Hail Mary at the end, he was right there. He was right there to catch it. And then it went, he like moved in too close and then it went right past him. I was like, oh my goodness.
Anyways, you're up 9 in the championship, Jack.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably exactly where you expect. We'll talk about this later. Sorry, I got one last thing that I wanted to do. There's a big Tony Pollard insight hype and analytic, but I'm not sure that. I mean, you want me to say it, or I'll say one of these two. You want the one on Ayuk or the one on Pollard? Because they're
Pollard.
both okay. Tony Pollard scored more fantasy points than Ezekiel Elliott has scored in any of his last 31 games. Also, highest rate of missed tackles forced per attempt since 2019. Tony Pollard, 25%. Nick Chubb, 24%. So he is
Also,
very good at eluding tackles. Next, Tony Pollard had 27.3% of the target share, and Ezekiel Elliott's the highest he had was 21.2%. Okay, it's not done yet. Tony Pollard has a zero point 0.4 PPR over expected compared to Ezekiel Elliott's negative 3.9. All right, still not done yet. Tony Pollard leads the NFL both in missed tackles forced per rush and yards after contact per carry among 73 running backs with 100 plus carries over the last 2 seasons. Now that stat seems a little cherry picked, but still nonetheless, that's pretty sick. That's pretty sick. And also, last thing I wanted to add, Tony Pollard is on 0 of my fantasy rosters, and I'm sad.
yeah.
So the dude can ball. Are you nervous they're gonna move on from Zeke's thick contract?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't looked into the terms of his contract.
Well, they gotta pay the man, so
It,
he's still there. But
it is.
next year he might not be there. I think it might be dead next year. I don't know.
No, I don't believe it is.
Okay.
I believe it's 2 more years.
Okay.
But yeah, it is a quite beefy contract.
Yeah.
And I don't know if
Are
they
you
would.
looking to handcuff? Are you looking to get Pollard next year in the offseason?
I've been trying to. I've talked to Ches has him.
Or would you rather move Zeke than get the handcuff?
Probably get the handcuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Zeke was my first overall pick of the original draft, and
You'll ride him out until he's crippled and old. And...
exactly. I mean, according to the Peacocks owner, my whole team's crippled and old. It's dumb. I mean, at least I have 115 points, but yeah. I mean, I'm gonna ride these guys out. I mean, he's happy that he scammed the Weenie Wolves, who I absolutely love when they speak in the group meeting.
Dude,
few things make me happier.
Dude, I am excited to talk about the Wolves later with you because they are on the rise.
It is ecstatic over there.
Actually, we'll move there right now. There's a Twitter overreaction that says the Weenie Wolves are the best up and coming team in the league.
Mhm.
Do you think that's also true? Do you think the Weenie Wolves are on the rise, whereas the other teams in the toilet bowl are maybe middling out and kind of scratching at nothing?
100%. I think the Jalen Hurts pick was a strike of genius.
It was. Now that we look back, he looks sick.
But if he still had his probably first or second or third overall
Yeah.
pick, I would say 100%. 100%. I
He
still think he could get a gem with Gleaves' pick because it's got less value now because he's lost the playoffs. But
sure.
yeah,
If the commissioners were on their money, they could have had the draft order ready right now. Or well, depending on the championship game between you and the mafiosos. But everybody else is shook out already. None of these games matter anymore except for the championship.
so the third place doesn't matter anymore.
No, because how the playoffs were is just reverse. It's just reverse standings, I think. Like there, I don't know. I don't know how we did it last year. I'll have to ask Hunter.
Gotcha. Yeah, how is he doing, by the way? I mean, I haven't heard much from him at all.
Hunter?
Yeah, I just saw his tweet the other day. The ducking intensifying or whatever. It seemed a little inappropriate because
he had some beef on Twitter.
I was like, oh my. But yeah, the Turtles also got a warning from a fellow team in the league from the Frogs saying that our post was inappropriate and it was just two turtles like piggyback riding. That was literally it.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I just,
I'll have to look into that nonsense.
yeah, it definitely wasn't inappropriate.
Okay, that makes sense.
We do not promote sexual relations among our players and turtles in our organization. It is just simply a piggyback ride, just two turtles being turtles.
Yeah.
Virginity rocks.
Okay, we trust you. We have some more weenies discussion later in a new segment that I created out of my own mind. I'm telling y'all, I don't steal any of these from other notable podcasts. Please trust me. The next overreaction I wanted to hit in on the Twitter, there was some stuff about like Montgomery and Taylor being top 12 running backs. Deontay doing something that he didn't win. Something about that third place game being a bigger deal. And Salvan Ahmed. These were all overreactions that were good to look at, but nothing really we needed to focus on today. But I do want to say that the poll, Jack, 11 votes, 11 out of 12 of the league voted, 64% for the Screaming Turtles to win it all.
Wow.
You are up 9 points right now.
Actually.
What?
I believe it's 8.
Yeah, it's less than 9, but I just round up because nine's probably what the mafiosos will have to shoot for to win, because it's probably like 8 point something. You only covered in terms of the spreads. We'll go to the spreads next. In terms of the spreads, you only covered by less than a point or something like that. It was crazy.
It's Deontay, I tell you what.
Yeah, one more catch would have done it. Anyways, we got crushed by the house.
Really?
Absolutely crushed. Anyways, I'll just go over these quickly. Screaming Turtles, The Bare Necessities, Mighty Peacocks, and the Weenie Wolves all covered. The best cover of the week was the Weenie Wolves. They crushed the Caterpillar Gillas. The best game, the matchup of the week, the Screaming Turtles and Mafiosos, the Veggie, was actually a really good game. If the Stillers, if they could have played better, it possibly could have been better, but that's what 2-week championships are for. There's more to come.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on. You want me to say the week 16 early spreads and lines, or you don't care about that yet? You'll just look at those later.
Sure, I'm good with whatever, man.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'll go into this. Screaming Turtles, Mafiosos. So as these came out, the latter three matchups, the house is going to have to adjust these later. But the one that you should look at, I'll go ahead and say this one. This one's the only one that's for sure going to stick. It's the Screaming Turtles 8.5 over the Mafiosos de Veggie on a 280 line. Now 8.5 is the line because that's what the Mafiosos need to win.
Yeah.
So that's where it's going to stay. Anyways, we'll move on. All right, Jack. So I have some random reactions here.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Don's random reactions. This is what I'm calling.
Mm-hmm.
Is Carson Wentz dead?
Yes, 100%. No doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Marcus Mariota is better than
Dude.
Now.
I thought about that the other day. I was sitting there wondering, like, is it worth somebody in a 1 QB league? Is it worth somebody to have him on their team? Like, he looked great.
Probably. I thought about picking him up. I was like, holy cow.
He looked really good, especially for these quarterback needy teams like the bare necessities. Now that who do they even have? Trubisky?
I don't even know. They're irrelevant.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of similar types of quarterbacks.
Maybe take Trevor Lawrence right off the bat if you're the Bears.
Oh, it'd be so stupid. I mean,
Jags.
if everybody votes to transition to Superflex, maybe that would be worth it. But anyways, next one. This is in the same dead category. Is Russell Wilson dead?
I don't know.
you haven't thought about him as much.
Wilson looked really good in the beginning of the season. Really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what happened. It might be that DK's on the Frogs now. He just doesn't care as much. Catching passes out of bounds with one hand. I mean, I don't know. Like DK's a hell of an athlete, but I wouldn't want to play for the Frogs either. I mean, it's the Frogs. They're proud of it.
So I have some cold water here on Russell Wilson. Were it not for his rushing yards, Russell Wilson would have been the worst fantasy quarterback last week, of week 15 Sunday.
Wow.
Even with his rushing yards, can you guess the only person who scored fewer points than him?
Can I guess?
Yeah, you think you know who? What?
Quarterback?
Yeah, you think you know who scored less points than him?
Carson Wentz.
No, it's Colt McCoy.
Oh, that's that too.
Carson Wentz didn't play. It doesn't count.
I was just saying Carson Wentz. I mean, he didn't play.
Yeah, okay, I guess technically that's true. Anyways, I think they're both dead. I'm just kidding. Russell Wilson's going to be great. He just has to get a running game. He's not the aired out type of QB that like Mahomes, Herbert, some of these other slinging QBs are, you know. Anyways, this is one close to home here. This is another random reaction that I like. I like this idea is that the Panthers, they end up with the 4th or 5th pick and they trade up. Okay, they trade up to get Fields maybe. All right.
Wow.
I'm not the biggest Fields fan, but I can get down with some QB change ups. I'm not a really big Bridgewater fan.
I mean, I don't like how
he doesn't have the moxie. I'll say it. He doesn't have the moxie.
What Tepper said about Bridgewater.
Yeah.
I'll say that about how there's not much you can do without a true QB1. I don't remember the quote specifically, but
yeah,
if you're the owner and that's your quarterback, like you got to at least back him up a little bit, not tear down his confidence.
I mean, like it's tough being a Panthers fan coming from Cam Newton to Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, but I mean, Cam, did you see his Instagram post about the Pats?
No, what'd he say?
Oh man, he was apologizing about ruining the standard over there, not making since 2008.
Oh, it's okay, you know. Cam, he'll do what he's got to do. He'll get there hopefully, you know. But it's just like the moxie change of like Cam getting first downs and Supermaning, and then like Teddy Bridgewater just throwing slant routes the whole game, you know. It's a little. Anyways, we're gonna skip over some of these other random reactions because Ryan said a few of these, but But one that I wanted to say is Tony Pollard better than Zeke?
No.
That's all we need to say. There it is. No. I think he could be great somewhere, or maybe he could be great on the Cowboys if Zeke moves on. Who knows?
100%.
We're gonna Yeah, we're gonna transition. This is gonna be the first of the new segments we have, Jack.
Exciting.
It's called Is Blank a Blank? Okay, we're working on the name. That's what we got so far. Is blank a blank? You know,
Okay.
the first one is Darren Waller the second best tight end.
He's a blank.
All right, Jack. Is Darren Waller the second best tight end? I need you to go objective here with me. You have your favoritism in Mark Andrews.
Yeah.
I need you to take an outside view, look at yourself in your mind's eye, and say, for Dynasty, who are you taking at 1 and 2?
Well, Dynasty?
Yes. We'll say for this year and Dynasty. 2 questions.
This year in Dynasty, 100% Kelsey and Waller for this year.
Yeah.
Dynasty-wise, I would argue Andrews and Waller. Or no, I would even argue
Kittle
and Waller because I forgot about Kittle.
Yeah.
But this year, 100% Waller and Kelsey are insane. Yeah. But this is year 7 or 8 for Kelsey.
He's 31, 32 or something like that.
I think he plays another 2 years and then maybe retires and then tries coming back like Gronk. But Kelsey's an absolute freak of nature. I think whoever the Chiefs draft for tight end after Kelsey's gone is going to be a beast as well.
It's just anybody on their team is going to be a beast.
Imagine if the Chiefs got Kyle Pitts learning from Kelsey, and then when Kelsey retired.
That's not fair. The only thing I would worry about Pitts is Kelsey's been that dude to like throw a block, you know. Pitts is kind of small.
He's tall and lanky and he has the speed, but he doesn't have like what you're saying. I've noticed that well. He doesn't lower the shoulder and lay somebody out. Yeah.
Pitts is more like Waller to me. Like he's not in there on 3rd and 1 unless it's like a pivotal like play action third, like a pivotal, you know. If it's a dive play, he's not out there. Anyways,
those Kittle, Andrews, Kelsey for the best blockers as tight end.
Oh yeah, Kittle's by and large the best blocker.
Kittle is insane.
But that's why he's always injured. You see, it'll move into my answer to this question, Jack. Kelsey is obviously the first one this year, and Waller. It's easy question for the best one this year is Kelsey Waller. Mm-hmm. For Dynasty, you say 2 to 3. Like, do you watch the way Kelsey plays every week?
Yeah, I do.
Like, it's so tough because he's so old.
Yeah, but
I think
so good.
I'm scared about. I'm like, this is how I would rank him. You know, this is a little cheating of the question here. Mm-hmm. I would probably do 1A, Kittle, Kelsey, Waller, Kittle, Kelsey, Waller, and then 1B, I would definitely have Andrews there.
Yeah.
Because if you see, I would definitely have them all on equal playing field for me if Lamar goes back to what he was last year and he's slinging it. He's spinning the rock, spinning the laces. Mark Andrews, 8 catches for 89 yards and 2 touchdowns every week. If it goes back to that, well, Mark Andrews is up there for sure. Now,
my thing with Andrew or Lamar slinging it is his O-line. They all got injured, and Marquise Brown he finally caught some balls this past weekend, but
he did great.
But I think the biggest difference maker might be Des Bryant for Lamar, just having that edge and just
he caught a TD.
Yeah, it was awesome. I made a waiver claim on him. I was excited.
Oh yeah,
throw up the X.
Yeah.
But I agree. I think if Lamar throws to Mark Andrews like he did his first year, it'll be a whole other ranking of the the tight ends. But
Mhm.
as you were saying,
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say that one's probably to me the hardest question that I have. I've got about four. I made three of these. Ryan snuck in one that kind of is getting me to force. Like he knows, obviously, I love David Montgomery. We'll talk about that later. Anyways, the
it's a
next one, we're getting you on the show. We like your takes.
mhm.
So this one we're coming at you is after this week is Calvin Ridley a top 5 dynasty wide receiver?
Yes, I like Ridley. Like I had my eye on Ridley and DJ Moore as soon as we were originally doing the draft.
Mhm.
I was honestly shocked that I got Ridley so late because I knew Ridley was nasty, but I figured Julio is quite old as well. And
He
when he
got rickety kneecaps.
yeah, and when Julio's gone, Ridley can definitely fill in as that wide receiver number one.
Yeah.
He's just built different. Like Juju and AB left, he couldn't. I don't think he handled that role necessarily well.
Juju's a clown.
Yeah, I'm not a big Juju fan.
I'm just kidding. All respect to Juju. Juju, I like your little dance moves, but when you're going choppy feet on the enemy's logo, bro, you better expect to get lit up, man.
It was awesome. I loved it. Like, that was the highlight of that game for me. I was terrified. The only reason I was really watching is because of Deontay Johnson, but watching Juju get lit up and then hearing the announcers talk about it and show that clip, highlight of the game for me.
Yeah. I think Ridley's currently number 3. I think your team. I think you have the number 1 and the number 3 wide receiver on the season. Honestly, it's okay. So how does that make you feel that coming into the season, everybody's expecting you to have like the number 1 and the number 3 running backs, but you don't have that. Instead, you have the number 1 and the number 3 wide receivers.
So originally, I expected to have the number 1, 2, and 3 running backs.
Okay,
That's
okay.
what I expected.
You got to put Saquon in there. Come
To
on.
be completely honest.
Okay.
I figured Saquon would be 4. I figured Zeke would beat him out with that O line, but
Okay. Okay. Makes sense.
but clearly not the case. Um, Dalvin's still being Dalvin.
Yeah. Do you know what he is?
I
I
believe
didn't research him.
2 or 3.
Yeah, he's definitely up there. I mean, the only person I could imagine is better is either like
They have
Kamara, Derrick Henry. What?
they have him as number 1 actually.
Yeah, that definitely makes more sense. It's
So
probably him and Henry are probably 1 and 2.
I believe it's him, then Kamara, then Henry.
Yeah, Kamara had a sick beginning of the season, so that probably makes sense.
It was crazy, but yeah. I mean, I knew my wide receivers were nasty. That's honestly why I was fine with trading away DK because I knew Tyreek Hill would at least be a 3, and I knew
Mhm.
Ridley would be top 10, but I did not expect for Tyreek Hill to be number 1 and then Ridley to be number 3. And
Yeah,
also the other sneaky surprise was Justin Jefferson. I think he truly emerged. I mean, I
yeah, he's like what the number 7 right now or something.
picks.
6.
Yeah, so it's definitely a blessing being in this position, but we got to keep moving forward. I mean, I'm worried about my guys being too old now because the Peacocks manager said that, but
Well, so here's what I'm thinking from you, Jack.
hmm,
I'm thinking like obviously we're getting off on this tangent here, but we'll get back to the Ridley thing in a second. I'm thinking for you, you're just every year, you're taking your picks and maybe you're packaging up to get these rookie running backs that are coming out because at this point you have Tyreek. He's only 27. He's got 5 more years of top 6 production. Ridley's like 24, or I don't know how old he is.
the median age of my guys on my team is 25.
Justin Jefferson's like 16.
He's 21.
He just learned how to drive. I heard last week. I wouldn't be so. This is. I think like you have this. You have to be thinking in your mind. Maybe it's time to get the king's ransom for some of these RBs, and maybe
100%.
yeah,
My main focus was to win this year
yeah.
and then
Get
go.
get your money. Get your money. Pay off the next 10 years worth of dues. Because that's what it is. $200 is 10 years worth. Or no, it's not.
It's
It is 10 years. 10 years worth of dues if we keep it at 20.
I think we have to bring it up a notch. You know.
No, I think we're good. Anyways, Jack, you'll be excited. I'm transferring the money as we speak. 200. So if you win, 200's coming out. If you lose, 40's ready for you, regardless. Anyways, Jack. This is what I'd say. Calvin Ridley shown the talent to be the number one guy. The only issue he has is Matt Ryan.
Yep.
If Matt Ryan's not there, who's going to be there? Are they going to get him the ball as much? Who knows? It could be a Bridgewater situation like DJ Moore has where he's got the talent. He's just not getting the rock. I'm going to read off 5 names. And you're going to tell me who you would get rid of to put in Ridley in the top 5 wide receivers dynasty. Okay? Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins, DK Metcalf, and Michael Thomas. Who are you taking out of that top 5 to slip Ridley in?
100% Michael Thomas.
Okay.
He didn't look like he did the year before, and I think a lot changed when we went half PPR as well.
Well, we're like this weird tiered thing, so.
And then like first downs are 0.3. I was kind of blown when I saw Deontay Johnson had like 0.8 when he had a 0.3 reception or something. And I was like, what? And then I
good old first downs.
2 or 0.3. I was like, damn, that's
No, we had Hunter on. He says he wants to just go simple, 0.5 it up.
Yeah, I think that might be a conversation we have at the league meeting.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say DK is honestly a toss-up for me. I mean, they're both absolute freaks, but it really depends on who the quarterback is. Like you said, Matt Ryan is not Russell Wilson did not look as great as he did this past week, but I definitely think that Russell Wilson is much better than Matt Ryan. However, if the Falcons were to get a new quarterback, which I believe they should soon, Matt Ryan's on his way out, but I would have to consider Ridley over DK. There's definitely 2 arguments because, I mean, the Seahawks still have Tyler Lockett, who's a beast.
Well, not recently. He's been garbage.
But the beginning of the season, him and Russell, I feel had a better connection than him and DK. I don't know. It's weird. But
actually, at this, like, there's only been 2 games where Tyler's been more than DK, and one of them was like his 50-point week, and the other one was like his 37 one. So it's DK is getting fed targets. And so here's 2 other names that aren't really at the top of here's not 2, here's like 3 names that aren't really at the top of standings, but could make an argument for being a top 5 dynasty guy. Stephon Diggs, AJ Brown, and Terry McLaurin.
I would take Terry out.
Oh yeah, I probably would too. I'd probably say Terry's more of a 7 range, maybe 8 range.
Yeah.
Mainly because his situation's just so terrible.
It's awful. It's a shame. He's got so much talent, so much potential, but
yeah. And he's kind of older. This is only his 2nd year, but he's like 26 or something like that. 25.
But AJ Brown is just like DK Metcalf, absolute freak.
Mm-hmm.
Massive body, fast, physical, just unbelievable athlete. And then who's the other one? It was
Stephon Diggs.
Diggs is having record season. Yeah. So I don't know. Dynasty wise, I have no idea. And you could even talk about Justin Jefferson there.
Yeah. I was mainly focusing on non-first year players because if I was naming rookies, then CeeDee Lamb is obviously in the running because he is an absolute beast. And Brandon Ayuk has been playing, and like I had that Brandon Ayuk stat I didn't read out earlier, but the second half of the season he's been, I think, I can't read the stat now because I got rid of it, but he's been absolutely absurd.
And Judy, imagine if he actually had a QB
instead of his garbage Drew Lock.
So much better. I mean, horsecock Drew Lock just sucks horsecock.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. There are definitely all sorts of different aspects that could happen, and luckily for me this year, my wide receivers have done well, but it could be completely different next year.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see.
So this next question, we're moving on. That Ridley question's tough. It's tough.
Yeah,
So yes or no? Would you put him in your top 5 dynasty?
I would have to say yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
because I just like his potential. Like
Yeah.
I could see him just blowing up, but I could
I
after this season. So
I say no because I don't like the Falcons organization and they're going to waste his talent.
yeah, I can see.
Anyways, is Jalen Hurts a is he in your top 8 of who you're if we drafted all the QBs now and you're taking a QB, you have nobody on your team. Is he in your top 8 of who you think goes off the board in dynasty?
So we're talking to overall dynasty, not just rookies.
Overall dynasty. So here are so I'll tell you the top 8 now to give you a perspective of what's going on.
Mhm.
Mahomes, Murray, Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers, Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson, Ryan Tannehill, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then Justin Herbert is number 8.
Lamar's not on there.
No, he's number 9.
Okay. Well, I'll take Lamar over Jalen.
Yeah, no, for sure. So that's kind of the question I have is like, so who are you like? Who are you? Top 8 is tough for me. I'm not taking him top 8.
No,
I'll take him top 12. Um,
like I would take him as a backup QB.
oh yeah, no, he'd be a freaking sick backup QB. Almost as good as like Herbert as your backup. Honestly, that'd be pretty sick to have. Not gonna lie.
Imagine.
Yeah, that'd be sick. I couldn't imagine that obviously
I
because
thought you were talking about like rookie wise, like I figured you were talking like top 3 rookies
oh
season.
no, I can rephrase the question. If you, I'll ask this first question. Out of who are the quarter? It's Justin Herbert, Joey Burrow, Jalen Hurts. Was there another quarterback that? No, I think that was it. What?
Tua.
Oh, and Tua. Yeah, good call. Out of those 4, how would you rank them as of right now?
I'm gonna have to say Herbert, Tua. I don't know. I don't.
It's
I
okay. So
have to say Herbert, Tua, Joey B, and then Jalen.
yeah,
Because Jalen's only played
2
games.
games. Yeah,
Yeah, so that's what it comes down to. I can definitely see him being
but
better.
Burrow has a full reconstructive surgery ahead of him. Or
Exactly.
maybe he's already done it and he's rehabbing. I don't know what he's doing.
If the Bengals draft someone good at the number 3 spot
Yeah,
or whatever they're at, like
Burrow could be
Bengals
filthy.
could be solid.
He's got the weapons. T. Higgins looks great. Tyler Boyd looks great. Joe Mixon is overrated.
Yeah,
They just need linemen.
I mean, even maybe another running back because Joe Mixon is so
No,
good.
they got Giovanni, bro, and
Oh
Travion
yeah,
Williams.
Giovanni was sick last night, and I
Oh
was
yeah,
so mad I dropped him earlier.
yeah. You better feel mad because those waiver claims are coming in, and you're not getting them back.
I know. I'm just so red.
So
That one stung a little bit. I was like, man,
here's my spicy take. Do you watch much of the Dolphins?
a little bit, not much.
I watched Tua play, and I'm gonna be honest, he's not spicy to me.
No,
I like Jalen Hurts. He's got that spice factor.
yeah,
It's only been 2 games. I'm gonna say I'm taking Joe Burrow out of the equation here because I have no idea how that thing's gonna go. But if he comes back next season and nothing like it doesn't affect him at all, then he's number 2 for me.
yeah.
Um, I'm taking Hurts over Tua. Yeah, you heard it here first.
Oh, are you gonna try and make a move for Hertz from
Nah,
Wolf? Maybe
no.
like give him a second round trade, like give them a backup QB for Hertz.
No, of course. I would never do such a thing. Never do such a thing.
I might
mainly because, of course,
Deshaun
I'm
Watson.
not. I'm what?
I might try to take Deshaun Watson as a backup QB.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a possibility because the Weenie Wolves have said they're not going to be starting.
Instead, I mean, I was like, oh, we can maybe come to an agreement.
He's not going to be starting arguably a top 5 producer on the position, but it happens. Jalen Hurts might be the next big thing.
I mean, 38 points is a lot.
Yeah, he had like 401 all-purpose yards or something like that, and 4 touchdowns.
100 something rushing yards.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me see. I actually, as I was looking at that Ayuk thing, I was pulling this up. I got it here. He had 401 total week 15 yards. That was more than Carson Wentz has had in a single game his entire career. Also, his 4 passing touchdowns. Guess what downs they came on? 3rd and 22, 4th and 3, 4th and 2, and 4th and 18.
Wow.
Dude has got ice in his veins.
I would even argue Jalen over Murray.
Kyler Murray? What? What? So you're saying he's like the number 2 dude in all of quarterbacks?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. That'll be tough. QB is weird. The QB landscape is weird because I keep, whenever I say like, oh, Kyler's the second best quarterback for dynasty purposes, I always get that churn in my belly that like Lamar's going to come back next year and just be like, what'd you all say about me?
I feel like that too. I mean,
Because they have a bunch of new dudes come in to their offense and they didn't have an off season.
no,
So
O-line's hurt, and
yeah.
I think Lamar bounces back next year. I mean, he hasn't had like a horrible season. Like I definitely could have seen him in the Pro Bowl, worst case, but yeah, not a historic season like last season, but he's definitely been solid.
Yeah, for sure. All right, last one of the new is blank blank segment. Is David Montgomery a top 4 running back?
Top 4.
No, he's not.
Wow.
It's so stupid.
Top 4.
Like, okay, he has here Dalvin Henry, Kamara, and James Robinson. Those aren't even the top 4. It's Christian McCaffrey, Dalvin, Saquon, and Kamara.
Yeah.
Those are the 4.
And Henry at 5.
I think maybe he's asking, is he going to finish as a top 4 running back on the season? And I'm gonna look at my sleeper to see how far off he is on that. But like I was saying earlier,
Playing anybody.
he's cake schedule the last 4 weeks.
Yeah.
I think for sure he is for sure a top 12 running back.
Yeah.
So to get to be top 4, he has to get over James Robinson, who is 30 points ahead of him. So yeah, I'll take the pass on that and say he is indeed not top 4 on the season and not top 4 in Dynasty. Is there really much? I mean, I say this and like every week he's been good. It's been since the OC shifted to calling plays instead of Nagy. And Trubisky's been at quarterback. So like I say this, their O-line's been great. PFF, they've been shooting through the roof these last couple of weeks. I say that and it's like maybe these cake schedule is exactly what the Bears needed and they look really good now. And maybe next year they'll be even better.
Yeah.
So no, this is a terrible question. He could be. I mean,
I complimented him the last time I was on here. I was like, Chafin asked like the hard, heavy hitting questions, but nah, that was.
No, my questions have been great. The Waller and Ridley questions were great.
I think, and then that one's just like, the hell, Chafin?
What are you doing? What the hell, bro? Yeah, we don't want you back, Chafin. Stay out of here.
This is toilet bowl material.
Toilet bowl material. Anyways, that is the end of Is Blank a Blank segment. Now, this is, I've got another new segment. Okay. This is the last segment of the show, Jack.
Sure.
It is called Take a Pick. Okay. And basically, the rules of the game. I'm gonna give you a prompt, a set of answers, maybe an
Yeah.
open-ended question, and you're gonna take your pick for what you would rather have. Give your reasoning, whatever, yada yada yada, zisumbada, So here we go. We'll start off. This one is the only one that is. This is the only one that is related to the matchups, and it is: do you think the mafiosos can score 9 points, 9 more points than the Turtles next week?
I can definitely see it happen. I mean,
Yeah,
this whole matchup, it's honestly this is the best matchup that could have happened in the.
it is. It is. It's so good.
So good. I was on the edge of my seat at the beginning, and then I'm sure that the mafioso's owner was on the edge of his seat. Like when
Oh
Deontay Johnson was struggling in the first quarter, I was like, okay.
no, you see, that's the thing is after I heard, of course I heard this. It's not for me.
We saw y'all had beef the last segment, so
Yeah, I hate that dude. I hate him. I hate him. Anyways,
you've been biased.
so it was a 24 deficit.
Yeah.
This is what I'm hearing out of the mafioso's camp was that he was content with anything less than 20,
Mhm.
and he was blessed with it being all the way down to 9. Of course, he would have wanted Deontay to get maybe 20 more yards, a few more catches, but it doesn't matter. Do the mafiosos score 9 more points than the Turtles next week? Obviously, you're saying no because you're the owner. You're gonna win.
I
You
wouldn't be shocked. No, I do not know if I'm gonna win. I would be shocked because if McCaffrey comes back, a whole other ball game. I will be a lot more confident. But if he doesn't, like Mike Davis shits the bed again, I'm gonna bank on Lamar. Like I don't know.
Here's the question everybody's asking you: is like so you're it really came down. Dalvin always scores Dalvin numbers. He's getting 30 every week. That's obligatory numbers.
Yeah.
Can Ridley do it again?
It's looking like Julio's out again. I mean,
Oh man, but they play the Chiefs.
yeah, but Tyreek plays Atlanta,
You're right. You're right. You're right.
so it's like I don't know. I mean,
But Atlanta locked up Godwin
yeah.
and
So,
Mike Evans.
but it's also Ridley or Hill. It's also Tyreek Hill. You
Yeah,
got
that's true. That's true.
and Mahomes is Mahomes. So
I think
regardless, I think it's going to be a very high scoring game. I wouldn't be shocked if there's 65 plus points among the three of Mahomes and Tyreek Hill.
dude,
Yeah.
I'm sitting here, I'm looking at the 280 line, and I'm thinking to myself, how could anybody bet the under on this?
I think the Turtles break 300, and
Oh, three.
I think the Turtles break 300, and I think the Mafiosos are right there with them.
Because you have 152 right now?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, so you only need 140 next week, 148 next week.
yeah. So I've been thinking this whole time. I was like I'm projected like 280 or something. I'm like I could go for 300 here.
Because the possibility, even if Ridley doesn't do what he did last week, he could just flip with Tyreek. They could just flip.
And even the running backs, Mike Davis put up 26 the week before and then put up 6 this past week. I mean, yeah, I know it's the Redskins, but if he gets touches on the goal line, like it'd be a whole other game. If
Yeah.
Zeke plays, I might put him instead of Mike Davis, and if he gets a touchdown, I don't know.
Do you know who the Cowboys play?
It was let me check. I know it was a pretty decent matchup.
Okay.
I think it's Philly. Yeah,
Okay.
it's Philly.
Yeah.
So I don't
This
know.
one's really tough. Take a pick. Starts off with the hard questions. 9 points is really like it doesn't seem like a lot, but that's the difference between like
Almost like another half player.
yeah, it's basically another half player, and it really honestly that comes down to it's those 9 points left on the table is basically combined between Thielen, McLaurin, and Deontay.
Yeah.
That was where the 9 was off the table with those guys.
Yeah.
Kelsey was a little lower than normal, but that was mainly because It was like a lot of
It
they.
was a high scoring game, and they were watching Kelsey.
Well, they were up a lot of the first half, and they did a lot of run scheme, I think. Anyways, you're picking the Turtles to. I mean, you don't even like think about it. The Turtles don't even have to win this matchup. They just have to lose by less than 9
Yeah, but
or win.
still, I don't like being in that situation. I wish it was.
Yeah.
I wish it was 20 like
yeah.
before.
Yeah.
I would be feeling really really confident. I'd be like, "Give me my money, bitch!"
Oh
But
yeah.
um,
Anyways, I think just to make this spicy, I'll take the mafiosos.
make it spicy.
Yeah, I'll make it spicy. I'll take the mafiosos to hit 9 more points. I mean, it could really come from anybody. Like uh,
Taylor,
Montgomery and Taylor, if they just do a little bit better, maybe because they combined for like 50.
50.
It was like yeah, no, more closer to 45. If they just do a little bit better, I mean, Taylor's got the Steelers, but
Yeah,
you saw what Giovanni Bernard did. I mean, that was Gio. If Taylor could do that, anyways, moving on. We don't want to hit that too many times. We'll talk about that later on Thursday. You won't be there. It'll be more of an analytical dive into things. Next question. This one is good. I think I know your answer already, but who is your fantasy rookie of the year?
come on.
There he is. Justin Jefferson's your pick. Um,
I would say Jefferson or
no, it's
Taylor. If
who?
your boy Taylor,
Yeah,
I like Taylor a lot.
the tune could change if Jonathan Taylor does well against the Steelers, but as of right now, the record's being set. He's the number 6 receiver on the season. Justin Jefferson is clearly the pick here. Just because of what he brings your team in single quarterback. Like he's a must start every week. Like if this was a double quarterback, it's obviously Herbert, but since it's single QB, Justin Jefferson. Now here's the second half of the question. Your real life NFL rookie of the year. That changes changes things a little.
That includes defensive players as well.
No, this one's offensive. Did I not say offensive rookie of the year?
Okay.
Because rookie of the year they don't do single, they do them 2 of them because it's the rookie of the year and the defensive rookie of the year. Ryan's in his notes. He said Justin Jefferson is his pick 100% for both of these answers. I think because it's a quarterback award, I think they'll give it to Herbert.
I wouldn't be shocked if they gave it to Herbert, but Jefferson was the only offensive rookie to make the Pro Bowl this year.
That's true.
And he's up there with good company. I was retweeting stuff earlier.
Yeah, we all know.
Randy Moss. Everybody knows.
Everybody sees it, buddy.
Yeah, just Randy Moss, Odell, Amari Cooper.
Just up there in elite company.
It's quite absurd, honestly.
Yeah.
And some of the play, like he's only going to get better. And imagine if Kirk Cousins played better. Like he has so much raw potential.
That's the thing is this is Kirk's best year though. So can Kirk play better?
Probably not.
Yeah. I think the best thing Justin Jefferson, if this is his floor, good God Almighty, all hell is about to rain loose with the Turtles for about 40 years to come.
It's crazy. I mean,
because you see, like CeeDee Lamb's having a great year, and this is his absolute floor because he has no quarterback throwing it to him.
Yeah,
his decent year. Like roles switched. I don't know how things would work, but that's not what's happening. Like this is what's happening. Justin Jefferson is an absolute hoss.
Yeah, he's taking the NFL by storm, and it's crazy how much the older guys, like the retired guys, like Randy Moss and all of them, respect Jefferson in his game. Yeah. And I think he only goes up from here. I really do. And I'm curious to see if there's a rookie next year that can put up similar numbers like Jefferson, honestly.
Like, yeah, who's his teammate? Jamar Chase. Everybody's saying that like Jamar Chase is the better prospect. So it's like can you expect from Jamar Chase to be better than this?
I don't think so.
Because like everybody, the tune is that talent wins out, but situation is extremely important too. So yeah, we'll see. Jamar Chase is going to be a beast. If this is what Justin Jefferson is doing, I wouldn't be surprised if those are the two names in
Where
4 years that are like
Chase lands though?
what?
Where do you think Chase lands though?
I haven't looked much at the draft order, what teams really need things. I wouldn't be surprised if a team traded up, kind of like the Cowboy or not the Cowboys didn't trade up; they just took CeeDee Lamb. I wouldn't be surprised though if a team that doesn't really need one trades up or maybe just takes best player available.
Mhm.
I think he's probably a top 10 pick though. Him and Pitts are probably the two skill position players going in the top 10 if I had to guess.
Yeah.
Um, anyways, who are you? What are you picking? Justin Jefferson times two? Is that what you're going?
I honestly feel like I have to, but
Yeah,
I don't know. Herbert's so good, and he's only going to get better. I mean, this year alone, I think I have to pick Jefferson.
Jefferson times two. I think it's just a QB crippled thing, so I'm gonna do Justin Jefferson and Herbert. But I mean, Justin Jefferson probably deserves it for what he's done. It's like here's a little tidbit: is whenever I see these rookie wide receivers doing really well, and like people talking about them, like watching the Steelers game, and the announcers constantly wank off on Claypool when he has like two catches for 18 yards before the half, and this like it's like what like Claypool's at the like I watched Claypool. I was like, why his routes are kind of stiff. Like he's all right. But then it's like he had that great catch for like 50 yards or whatever. Anyways, but when then I watched Justin Jefferson and he's slicing people on his routes, and I'm like, okay, wanking him off deserves it. He's pretty sick.
He's making like league vets, like veteran players that know what they're doing, look childish.
Yeah.
Like it's honestly absurd. So I don't know. I
It's a
mean,
good sign to see that, like, there's always a target hog in the offense. For Claypool, is Deontay Johnson. For Justin Jefferson, it was Adam Thielen, but now it's Justin Jefferson. So he kind of,
even gets the end zone touches, but Jefferson gets the yardage. So it's really a
well,
toss up.
Jefferson gets like 11 targets now.
That
So,
last week was
yeah,
kind of rough for Thielen,
yeah,
but
no, it's fine.
I mean, what's his name? Yeah, JJ was cussing out Kirk, so you might think that Kirk might be like, all right, screw.
Thielen's known to poo the bed in the playoffs sometimes, so we'll see if he can play and undo that legacy he has for himself. Next question for Dynasty. Oh, okay, this one's a little close to your house or your vest here. For Dynasty, would you rather have the 101 in the draft or Ezekiel Elliott? Would you rather have? So this is tough because you don't know landing spots. So
So
it's a,
that's my thing right now. I ask me that when after the draft happens,
yeah.
but I honestly would probably have to say 101,
Hmm.
like because Najee or Etienne, like they could be absolutely insane. Like
Yeah.
Najee's like a Derrick Henry to me, low key.
And he can catch.
And he can actually he like that one run that or that one like pass that he caught. It was like a year or two ago, and he like took it 60 yards and like hurdled people and you know, that was probably one of the most insane plays I've seen in college football, other than
Hmm.
the kick return for the field goal return from Bam or from Auburn. But like that play from a running back no less, like that was crazy to me.
Yeah.
So if before I traded my two first round picks away, I was definitely looking at Najee. I like Najee more than Etienne because just the SEC, but
Yeah.
Etienne also has that like low mileage compared to an SEC football player. They get banged up playing other SEC teams in real competition, and Clemson just just doesn't play anybody. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
Etienne's out at the half, and Najee's still running over kids. Like I don't know, but it really depends on landing spots. But I'll probably have to say I'm not taking Zeke. If he
Yeah.
has a bounce back year, maybe.
Yeah. What if Najee or Etienne went to if like let's say one of them went to the Dolphins and the other one went to like
Imagine if they went to the Dolphins, they would scream. They would screw over the Weenie Wolves.
dude, the Dolphins are gonna take one, whether it's a second day guy or a first like
I feel like it has to be. Najee, just because of the chemistry with Tua. I
It
mean,
could be. That's a good point. I didn't under I was talking about this with some of my buddies the other day about how Javonte Williams at UNC is like your Antonio Gibson kind of sneak that's like nobody knew about him, and that was going to be like, except for scouts, they loved the guy last year, but then this year he's playing like an absolute maniac, so not everybody knows about him.
yeah,
But I was telling one of my buddies that I could see the Dolphins taking pivotal positions in the first round and then maybe getting a Javonte in the late second.
yeah. I mean, I originally
And for me, I might be crazy. If that happens, I'm taking Javante 101.
ri-
I like the talent, like that's what I'm saying. Talent always wins out, but sometimes talent never leaves a scenario that's, like Joe Mixon, Joe Mixon, Miles Sanders, talent's supposed to win out, but they're sucking.
yeah. I
Give me the running back on the Dolphins.
mean,
That's what I would say.
yeah. I don't
Young offense, great head coach.
I really do like their young offense. I definitely think they'll be better in the
Mhm.
next couple of years, like actually insane.
What's
But
another good landing spot? I can't think of any.
maybe the Rams.
No, they like Akers.
He's just now starting to ball out.
I like what was I thinking? I was thinking Seattle could do like what the Colts did. They have that old running back already, but like maybe draft a really good guy to sit behind him.
Jets. That's
Oh,
that's
the Jets could.
that's what I was kind of hoping for. P Ryan. Like I was really hoping P Ryan would step up, and then he got hurt. So
Poor P Ryan. Anyways, let's move on. We got three more. This one's kind of fun. Would you rather have the take your pick? Would you rather have the Caterpillar Gillas roster or the Weenie Wolves roster in picks? All their roster and picks.
roster and pick. If you didn't
Yeah,
say picks, that would be a whole other ball game.
yeah,
But if I'm going roster and picks, I'm gonna have to say the Pillas.
yeah. Of course. I don't think it is a fun question because the Weenies look great,
Yeah,
but I think the Pillas just got so much talent on the IR and they have the potential 101.
yeah. 101 with Dobbins and Saquon and OBJ if he can finally come back. But
I heard Odell might get traded because the Browns do better without him.
probably, I mean,
I would, if I owned Odell, I definitely want him to get traded.
yeah. But what about what I just thought of is sorry we keep going back, but Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase, like they could be the next Odell and Landry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
except Landry is mediocre.
yeah, but
Do you think Jamar Chase is going to be mediocre?
I don't know.
Do
I
you
mean,
think Justin Jefferson's going to have 2 years of what top three performance and then never be good again?
you never know with that. Listen, everything's
Yeah.
just so crazy.
Or it
But
could be like who came out with Julio? Was there any like Alabama prospects that were with Julio that were really good?
I was just looking at it was the one other prospect that like I looked at when they were getting drafted was Hopkins, I believe.
Yeah, it's probably Julio Hopkins. Oh my gosh.
So Hopkins went to Clemson and Julio Bama, but like those
It,
two,
it could be a similar situation.
yeah.
Anyways, you're taking the Pillows. I think I'll take the Pillows too. It's too much talent. Injuries will leave and they'll be good again. This is my favorite question that I've been at. This is okay. A little backstory on this one. I told everybody knows Ryan. Everybody knows, or most. I'm sure everybody knows Madison Urban. Anyways, busting their balls on Carson Wentz sucking. This was before the season started. So before everybody knew Wentz was going to suck. I said Mitchell Trubisky is the same level of talent as Carson Wentz. And they said, no, it's stupid. You're an idiot. There's no way that's true. And looking back, 14 weeks into the season, one of them starts and the other one's benched.
I'm gonna
Okay?
text Merv right now and say that the Eagles are bad.
Do it. Anyways, who would you rather have? Carson Wentz or Mitchell Trubisky?
Mitchell Trubisky. I wouldn't want either of them, but like
Yeah, I'm dumping them both.
I'm gonna have to go Mitch.
I like Trubisky, dude. I'm telling you, he's not that terrible.
No.
Anyways, they both were in the running for MVP at one point. Did Wentz win the MVP or? Yeah, I don't know either. They were both in the running. Wentz has 2 quarterback 1 seasons. Mitch doesn't have any though. I don't know. This question is just for fun. I'd rather take Trubisky.
Yeah. Didn't Mitch like make the Pro Bowl or something as well?
Yeah, Mitch was like the dude for MVP his second year or his first year, but then like somebody got injured on his team, and then he just like that was the spiral of his demise.
Brutal.
Yeah, it is brutal. Anyways, that one was fun. This is the last one of the take a pick segment. I kind of like that you talked about DJ Moore earlier. So this was we planned this one before you mentioned that. I kind of like the context you brought it. Anyways, it is. Would you rather have in Dynasty Chris Godwin, or DJ Moore?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, do you want me to give you the background on?
Oh, I'm sticking with DJ though. DJ.
Really? Are you sure?
I mean, just say the background first.
Okay.
I think my answer.
DJ Moore is 1 year younger.
Yeah.
Godwin's been in the league for 4 years. DJ's been 3. In DJ's 3 years, he's been the wide receiver 39, 16, and he's currently 22 in PPR. Godwin has been 68, 29, 2, and 42. He's currently 42. Godwin has shown top 3 upside, but he's struggling in an offense with a noodle-armed Tom Brady. DJ Moore has the potential of the main guy in a more explosive offense, but has not shown to be a top 12 wide receiver. Knowing that, does it change your opinion?
No, it really doesn't. I'm taking DJ over Godwin purely because, I mean, when he was a wide receiver 1, he was solid. But now that he's a wide receiver 2, I consider him a wide receiver 2 behind Robbie Anderson. And Anderson's getting locked up. He's getting more locked up with better guys, and DJ Moore's thriving off of that. And imagine if the Panthers get another QB, like an actual solid QB. I'm taking DJ Moore all day. So I don't know. I mean, I drafted him. I mean,
a little. Sorry, we like a little bias. This one's tough. I don't know. What's the contract on Tom Brady? You probably don't know. Is it 2 years?
It's 2 years.
Same kind of deal with Bridgewater. I mean, I wanted to take more, but like after I did more and more research, seems like Godwin might be the better pick here.
Yeah.
Just based on like Godwin's been the number 2 wide receiver, like the number 2 wide receiver, not a number 2 wide receiver like DJ Moore is, you know? That's why I'll go with Godwin. But I do think they're in the same conversation.
Yeah, 100%. I think they're like if you're mid couple rounds, like round 4 or 5, and you got one of those 2 guys, you're gonna be solid.
You can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. All right, Jack Mitchell, that is all that I had planned. Is there anything that you anything you wanted to do? Anything you wanted to prepare? You got a little.
No, I didn't really prepare much, but I'm excited for this matchup this last week.
Oh, I am too.
Nail biter. I mean, I'm nervous. I got the butterflies. Like I'm screaming at the TV, and this is the ball. Or we got all the games up on the TV, and I'm flipping back and forth, listening to everything. I'm freaking.
Oh, you got it lucky, man. I have to illegally stream all my games. I don't have cable.
Work of going home to mom and dad. They got the set up.
Yeah.
Freaking out. I'm rooting for Lamar. I'm wearing this jersey just about every day. Like it's stressful over here, and Christmas Day is not going to be any better. I told my mother.
Oh, it's Christmas. Hey. Here's a question. You got a girlfriend, right?
Yeah, I do.
You get her a present?
I did.
Okay.
I did. Massage. All right. Never mind.
From you?
Yeah, no.
Oh.
Like, professional massage, Carhartt.
Couples massage?
No, no.
Oh, I was about to say you guys could have held hands.
I don't have that kind of money. So hold on.
Yeah.
And then a cookie skillet. But
Oh,
I
cookies! I love cookie skillets,
she
bro.
does too. She's a sucker for them. So I was
Oh
like,
man.
I'll get her a cookie skillet. But she's never had a massage before, and I was like, oh, that's a good one. But I told her if I win the league, I'm taking her out to a steak dinner, like either Del Frisco's, the Palm,
Yeah.
Ruth's Chris. That's what I
Well, whoever's trying to beat you must be an absolute jerk.
I sent her my roster and the mafioso's roster because I
Yeah.
was typing up a paper on Sunday, and I was like, text me if one of these guys scores or one of these guys scores. She's blowing up my phone like the Chiefs tight end just caught a touchdown off of like a little flick from the quarterback. I was like, damn it. It was so funny. But
Yeah.
she's all for it, and I told her if I lose, we're getting a Wendy's 4 for 4. So
Oh,
the
that's too good.
expectations are high.
Hey, you didn't say that, bro. You said you'll get her a smokehouse brisket from Arby's.
My bad. Yeah. Screw Wendy's is shit.
Yeah.
Arby's has the meats, bro.
Yeah. We're for Arby's here on this channel.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, I was like, all right, if I win this thing, we're going out to eat a steak dinner, and it's on the league. So
It's on the league.
rooting
I
for the Turtles.
Dude, hey, here's something I was gonna ask the league at the meeting or get the commissioners to bring up is I saw that people have been recently when they get their money from the dues or whatever, they're putting it into Bitcoin because unlike stocks and stuff,
Yeah.
to transfer it, you don't have to pay tax on it. You just transfer Bitcoin to people, just like you're giving them money, you know. So no, it's we could probably we might be able to maybe like the $200 is in regular holding, but then the $40 is in Bitcoin. I don't know. We'll figure something out.
Idea just popped in my head. What
Yeah.
about every 10 years we like raise the pot? Like every 10 years, like the 10th year, like we raise the pot to like 50 or something. Like
Well, when we're all working, I'm sure that it'll raise automatically.
it's $250 when we're all working.
Yeah, I mean, like if everybody can do it, I'm sure like $20 is just a college thing. Like, I'm sure it'll definitely increase as we go on.
Except J Rod and Chafin. Chafin's got a company going, and J Rod's going to take over the world. So.
For sure. For sure. There's a lot to talk about. That's in 14 days, 2 weeks, maybe.
4th, yeah. And then the Turtles owner's birthday, 21st birthday.
On the 4th?
The 7th.
The 7th.
Yeah.
I knew that because I'm a good friend of yours.
Yeah, I know you are.
And I definitely don't use Facebook emails to remember birthdays.
Definitely don't rely on that either. It's all.
Anyways, we've been going for maybe an hour. I can't track with this new funky live feature. I cannot track how long I've been going because I've been in this Zoom meeting for quite a while. Anyways, Jack, appreciate you having me. No, that's not what happened. I appreciate having you.
Invited. I mean, this is a weekly thing now. I mean, I love it.
Jack Mitchell Tuesdays. From the first week of you screaming at everybody and making fun of teams to now, it's really changed.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite nerve wracking this week. I mean,
yeah. Are you sad that this is the last Tuesday pod of season 2 and that there'll be a big break until the off season?
I'm actually extremely sad. I really am, but I wouldn't be shocked if I texted you and was like, "Hey, should we do a podcast for all time's sake?" And then like if some big news happens, I feel like you text me and we'll do a podcast
on the spot. That's how this works. We definitely prepare. We prepare. I definitely don't wing it.
You're that guy.
I definitely don't wing it. Anyways, there is a last episode of the year is on Thursday, depending on if there's a spontaneous one, of course. And hey, word is, bro, word is that there's some huge news on Thursday's show. Yeah.
What kind of news?
Just like news. Maybe like
Huge news.
Yeah, huge news probably. Maybe revealing identities, maybe like uh
The
maybe vacuuming a house. I don't know, just big news. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So is the Bears announcing their new identity now or at the league dinner or the league?
Uh yeah, that's what I meant by identity revealing. We'll see. We'll see. We're in touch with the bare necessities, you know. We're looking at, or I guess they have no name right now.
Are we expanding the league? Is that what you're saying? We're adding 2 people?
Hey, you know, big news is coming up, Jack. I can't divulge any of the secrets.
I'm freaking out over here.
Yeah,
I don't want more competition, man. I'm freaking out.
hey, Jack Curry wants to be in.
Thinking this whole time.
Jack Curry wants to be in. We might figure something out. Anyways, I'm not divulging yet. It'll be on Thursday's episode.
I'm excited. Can't wait.
We're gonna be live streaming. I think this worked. I think this definitely worked. We're probably gonna live stream this again.
Wait.
Chat something. Let me see if chat works.
Madison Urban said, I told her also, Merb, the Eagles are bad, and she said, "Hi Jack, it's good to hear from you. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking." That was her response. So, is J Rod going to be on here on Thursday?
I mean, yeah, we can get J Rod on here. I don't know.
I have a personal question. I just wanted to know, like, what happened with Merb.
Okay. Now that's not a question we're asking you, J Rod. I do not condone this on the podcast. Unless J Rod, you want to talk about it. We're here to listen, buddy.
I mean, this is a tight knit group of boys here.
Yeah, you know. If I just got a comment that came in from Rebella Bigolonsky that says, "Do you believe in Boochwich?" I don't know what that is. I think that's time to wrap up the podcast.
Some random guy just
No,
random guy just stroking his meat, watching us talk.
It's an old lady. This Rubella Bogolonsky.
All right, I'm uncomfortable. She just your bean, just watching.
Okay, we're done. Thank you again for listening. This is episode 11, week 16, OverReaction Tuesday. Appreciate you being here, Jack Mitchell. Have a wonderful rest of your week.
You too. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Peace out.
See you, buddy.